Scorpio. The air around you is beginning to change. It's subtle at first, like the way dawn feels just a second before the sun breaks the horizon. The silence that used to feel heavy now hums with possibility. Your intuition has been whispering it for weeks, hasn't it? That something different is coming. You can't quite name it, but your spirit already recognizes the vibration. This is not imagination. This is alignment. The kind of alignment that happens when the universe finally says, "Now." You are entering one of the most powerful energetic gateways of the year, where destiny, love, and abundance merge into one current. And that current, Scorpio, is moving toward you. November is the month when your story begins to reverse, not as luck, not as coincidence, but as divine correction. The scales that once tipped against you are balancing. The silence that once hurt is about to answer back. The delays that tested your patience were not punishment. They were preparation. And now what was meant for you begins its return journey. If your eyes have found this message, this is not by chance. You were guided here, quietly but deliberately, by the same energy that pulls the tides and stirs the stars. You were led here to remember that miracles aren't random. They are scheduled. And yours, Scorpio, has your name written across November. Take a deep breath before we go further. This message, like all energy, is a mirror. It reflects a potential timeline, a frequency your soul may already be attuned to. If it resonates, take it as confirmation. If it doesn't, let it drift by like a cloud in the wind. Not every message is for every soul, and that's what makes the universe beautifully precise. For months, perhaps even years, you've been in a silent apprenticeship, learning endurance, surrender, and trust. You've been forced to release control, to walk through doors that led nowhere, to love people who could not stay. You've learned that strength isn't loud, it's quiet. It's what keeps you going long after logic says stop. And though it hasn't been easy, something sacred was being built in that silence. The foundations of your next chapter, the roots of your miracle. Because Scorpio, you are ruled by Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and power. Nothing in your life happens halfway. You don't simply change, you transform. You rise from ashes carrying wisdom that others pay lifetimes to earn. And now, those ashes are turning into gold. The first reversal, money returns. In astrology, Jupiter, planet of expansion, has begun to move direct again, and it touches your financial sector like sunlight hitting frozen ground. The ice melts, the flow resumes. What was stuck begins to move. The job, the payment, the recognition, all of it begins to circulate back. You may notice it around November 17th to 22, when Mercury aligns with Jupiter and the cosmic energy of compensation peaks. But here's the secret most miss. Abundance doesn't come when you chase it. It comes when you align with it. You've stopped operating from lack. You no longer beg the universe to give you what you already know you deserve. And that's why wealth finds you now, because you finally feel safe holding it. Money is energy, Scorpio. It responds to calm confidence, not desperation. It flows to open hands, not clenched fists. And your energy, for the first time in a long while, is open. So don't be surprised when unexpected checks clear, opportunities resurface, or ideas suddenly turn profitable. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The universe is paying its debt to your faith. There's an ancient promise written in sacred text that says, "Cast your bread upon the waters, and after many days it will return to you." That is what this month embodies. Divine reimbursement for every seed sown in silence. The second reversal, love proposes. After months of emotional shedding, your heart is finally ready to receive. Not to chase, not to prove, but to receive. You've done the inner work. You've cried, forgiven, healed, and rebuilt. You've stopped looking for love to rescue you, and started realizing that the love you were searching for was always waiting inside you. And now, that internal wholeness becomes a magnet. When you no longer need love to fill a void, the universe sends love that mirrors fullness. This November brings a meeting of Venus and the Moon in your chart, a rare alignment that opens the heart chakra and invites romantic proposals, reunions, or soulful confessions. It could be someone new who recognizes your light, or someone from the past who has grown enough to finally match it. But this is not love born from chaos. It is love born from calm. This person will not confuse you. They will clarify you. They won't pull you off your path, they'll walk beside you. You'll know it's real because peace will replace anxiety. Your breath will slow. Your spirit will whisper, "This is safe." And that, Scorpio, is how true love feels, not like fireworks, but like exhale. Astrologically, this is the lovers meeting the Hierophant, sacred union grounded in spiritual maturity. A connection that honors depth, not drama. A relationship that grows roots, not just wings. So if you've been wondering when it's your turn to be seen, to be chosen, to be loved in truth, the answer is soon. For some of you, that love may come with a literal proposal. For others, it's a reunion that feels divinely timed. Either way, it arrives to remind you that you are worthy of a love that stays. The third reversal. Destiny itself turns in your favor. Karma isn't revenge, Scorpio, it's rhythm. The universe never forgets the music of your soul. Every kindness, every heartbreak, every choice, all of it writes a melody. And now that melody reaches its crescendo. The same cycles that once worked against you are now rearranging to elevate you. That's why the very doors that once closed will soon open as if they were never locked. Between November 25th and 30, Mercury aligns with Pluto, your ruler. This alignment symbolizes revelation, hidden truths surfacing, old contracts resolving, long-awaited clarity emerging. If you've been entangled in confusion, financial, emotional, or spiritual, clarity arrives like sunlight through clouds. A decision is made, a message delivered, a truth revealed that shifts everything in your favor. And the beauty of this reversal is that you won't have to fight for it. You simply have to recognize it when it appears. This is divine compensation. What you thought was delayed was being prepared. What you thought was over was only paused. What you thought was rejection was redirection. So how do you anchor this energy? Through gratitude, through stillness, through ritual. Each morning before you touch your phone, whisper these 3 lines. I no longer chase what is already mine. I release all that has completed its purpose. I open my heart to miracles that flow with ease. Speak them slowly. Let the words rearrange your frequency. Because every syllable you speak in faith rewires the nervous system to expect grace instead of grief. At night, place your hand over your heart and say, everything that left my life created space for what is meant to stay. Then rest. Manifestation isn't about obsession. It's about permission. You don't need to command the universe. You need to allow it. Numerology and colors for November. 6. Love returns multiplied. 8. Infinite flow of money and stability. 11. The divine portal of awakening. 21. The number of success and completion. If you keep seeing 818, 611, 1121 or 888, it's not random. It's confirmation you're on track. Colors vibrating for Scorpio this month. Gold embodies wealth and divine favor. Emerald green restores heart balance, attracts prosperity. Deep purple heightens intuition. Soft rose invites love and gentleness. Light candles in these shades, wear them or use them in meditation. Energy is visual language. These colors teach your aura what to hold. And remember, Scorpio, healing isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming peaceful. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to soften. You are allowed to live without constant crisis. You don't have to prove your worth through suffering anymore. The universe already believes in you. That's why it kept you alive through every storm. Now your task is not to fight, but to receive. Here's something you rarely hear. Ease is not weakness. Ease is mastery. When you've walked through fire, you learn how to move without burning. You no longer react from panic. You respond from power. That is the energy of November. You're not proving anymore, you're demonstrating. You are becoming the evidence that faith works. So when opportunities arrive, and they will, don't shrink. Don't apologize for being ready. You've earned this. In relationships, whether romantic or platonic, truth rises to the surface. If something is real, it deepens. If it's false, it dissolves. Don't chase what fades. Bless it, release it, and make room. Because what remains after this month will be pure. You'll also notice your intuition sharpen. Dreams become vivid. You might even feel presences or signs from loved ones in spirit, feathers, coins, numbers, songs that follow you. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations. They're reminding you, you are guided, you are protected, you are loved. For those who've been struggling financially or emotionally, I want you to remember this truth. The universe never ends a chapter without already writing the next one. If something has fallen apart recently, a job, a relationship, a plan, trust that it's clearing space for what will actually last. Your new timeline cannot begin until you stop trying to resurrect the old one. Sometimes, Scorpio, letting go is the bravest kind of love. Love for yourself, love for your evolution. Now close your eyes and imagine this scene. You stand on a quiet shoreline at dusk. The sky is painted in gold and violet. Waves approach and retreat, each one leaving behind something glittering, a coin, a shell, a symbol of everything you once lost. As you look closer, you realize the tide isn't taking things from you anymore, it's returning them. The sea is giving back what it once borrowed. That is November. That is your miracle. For those ready to receive, write this in the comments to anchor your intention. I am ready to receive my November miracle, not as a wish, but as a declaration. Words are spells, Scorpio. They signal the universe that your faith is active. So as we close this message, remember, the miracle is not coming to you, it's coming through you. Your love life, finances, and destiny are not separate stories. They are one narrative unfolding in divine rhythm. Every prayer you whispered when no one was listening has been heard. Every tear was recorded. Every sleepless night was sacred data in the language of faith. Now the universe is responding. Not later, now. You'll see it in the calm that replaces anxiety, in the unexpected message that feels like relief, in the gentle unfolding of things that once required struggle. You are not waiting for blessings anymore. Blessings are waiting for you to believe they've already arrived. So believe. Let November be the month you finally stop surviving and start receiving, because love is arriving, not to fix you, but to meet you. Money is returning, not as luck, but as justice. Destiny is reversing, not as fantasy, but as proof. This is your moment of divine restoration. Take one final deep breath. Inhale trust, exhale fear. Then whisper this truth into the air like a prayer. I am ready for love that stays, money that flows, and destiny that favors me. Let it echo in your mind long after this video ends. Because from this moment on, Scorpio, the universe is no longer testing you. It's rewarding you. The miracle has begun, and this time it's yours to keep.